everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel. If you're new here, hello, welcome. We're gonna be doing a little postpartum, I guess you could say, Q&A. I asked you guys on my Instagram just to ask me some questions, and you guys did. So I've got a bunch here that we're gonna go through, and a lot of you guys asked the same question, so I just went in and found like the most asked questions, and we're gonna answer them. How have your emotions been splitting time between Eloise and Mary Marin? So that question was asked like in just a bunch of different ways. I'm probably gonna have to get baby girl. Everything like Mary Marin and Eloise wise has gone so good, like so much better. I guess I wouldn't say so much better than I was expecting. I had no idea what to expect, and I feel like based on the way it's gone, my emotions have been great because I was so nervous about how Mary Marin would react just on the daily. And of course, if she was like being sad and upset, I would probably feel a little bit sad and upset just like for her and stuff. But she literally loves her so much all throughout the day. Just like, she's so lovey towards her. Not just like, she didn't just accept the fact that like there's a baby here. She's like obsessed with the fact that there's a baby here. It's just been amazing. And so my emotions are honestly all over the place because I just cry every day at how cute they are. And I'm just happy. And so yeah, good emotions, all good things. It's been amazing. A lot of people wanted to know how my heart is doing. I've had no episodes, nothing since. So that's kind of what we expected. So honestly, just doing good. Really not a whole lot to say on that because we don't really have many concerns. We kind of expected this to happen, things to just kind of stop after the pregnancy. And that so far has seemed to be the case. So I feel like the ablation was successful for the most part. And if I have like a few symptoms here and there during my pregnancies, my doctor has made that seem like that will be okay and normal. So I think we're all good, which makes me feel so happy and relieved. But again, we'll always keep you guys updated. A lot of people were curious if I tore during birth, so I was like, I'll just answer. So with Mary Marin, I did pretty bad. I mean, not terrible, but it was like, I can't remember. I'd have to go back and watch our videos to remember what degree it was. But the recovery was kind of painful. I say kind of, it was really painful. Like just knowing now, especially compared to this, like it took a lot longer to recover and everything. I definitely tore a good bit with her. With this baby girl, at first they told me, they were like, you didn't even tear. And I was like, what? And then they ended up being like, well, there's a little tiny, we're gonna just stitch it up. Like they said they basically didn't even need to stitch, but they were like, it'll help you recover a little bit quicker if we just do. So they put one tiny little stitch in. So I basically did not, but I guess if we're being real specific, maybe just a teensy tiny bit, which is really funny because she was way bigger than Mary Marin was, but she came out really fast. So who came up with, found Eloise's name? Is there meaning behind it? I love it. Thank you. There's no like specific meaning behind it other than we love it. I am the one who presented it to Taylor. I feel like that's gonna be the case with all our kids probably. He kind of likes that, and you know, he likes to hear the names options, and then we kind of pick one that we like together. He'd probably be really stressed if he felt like he had to come up with a name. But yeah, we just like would always throw around names, and when I mentioned that one, he loved it, and I feel like that's just how you know. And I'm so glad he did because I love her name. How's the transition been from 1 to 2? A lot of people want to know, is it easier than 0 to 1? I touched on this on my Instagram stories a few days ago, and for me, I would say 1 to 2 is easier than 0 to 1. And I kind of described it as like going from 0 to 1, you're going from like just never have experienced being a parent. It's just a huge life change in so many ways. And I wouldn't even say, like for us personally, it wasn't like it was like super hard like in the first place. However, I would say it was harder than 1 to 2 because with 1 to 2, you already know what to expect. You kind of have a lot more down, you know what I mean? Like you've done this before, you feel a little bit more confident. Also with 0 to 1, I always tell people now who are like becoming parents, with 0 to 1, you have a lot more, what's the word? like you're just not gonna be as busy because the baby sleeps a lot. So when the baby sleeps, if you want to sleep, you can sleep. If you want to do something for yourself, you can do something for yourself. Like you can do kind of whatever you want. Now, when you have a toddler and a baby, you know, if the baby's sleeping, you're probably gonna be tending to the toddler during that time. Like there'll be less time for just naps or, you know, you time. So I guess just less time to get things done. But I wouldn't have it any other way. Like all I want to do is play with my babies and my toddler and everything. But that is just like the difference, I feel like. So anyways, I do just feel like going from 1 to 2 is easier, but it is different in ways. Okay, so a lot of people asked how feeding's going this time around, just with having a toddler running around the house everywhere and a newborn. Right now, I'm exclusively breastfeeding, which I'm so grateful for. But if you've been here since we had Marin, our first baby, you would know that things didn't go exactly as planned when it came to breastfeeding. So we ended up having to supplement with formula with her. So I actually wanted to share about the formula that we have on hand this time around. It's Bobby's organic infant formula. Even though we aren't using this right now, we have it on hand just in case we do need to make the switch. It just makes me feel really good to have a clean, gentle formula option just in case we do switch, because with Marin, I did not have that right away. And so it made the situation very stressful for me. So I know that I would not be stressed at all this time around if that ended up happening. Really fast, I did just want to share a few reasons why we like Bobby and why we chose that to be the formula to use if we do need to. So for one, it's founded by moms. I love when a company's founded by moms because moms just get it. It's backed by science and it's trusted by 500,000 plus parents. Bobby supports every feeding journey with simple, organic, high quality formulas, which are made in the US, and every batch of their infant formula goes through over 2,000 quality and safety checks. Their ingredients are just super clean, and most importantly for me, it's modeled after breast milk. So I just feel really good and confident about this formula, and if we do end up having to switch, we will feel totally okay with that. So we are very proud to be a part of the Bobby family. I'm gonna leave a link right here if you guys want to check them out. They have a couple different options for formulas, so make sure to look at all those. And thank you to Bobby for sponsoring today's video. Kind of another feeding question. People were asking about my breastfeeding schedule and if I'm pumping at all. So I'm trying not to pump too much this time around because I don't want to get too much of an oversupply, but I will pump if I need to. Like if she's just like sleeping or I just need a little bit of relief, I will definitely pump. But we are just nursing when she's hungry, and that's about it, and it's going really well, so very thankful for that. Do you struggle at all with baby blues? So I personally have not experienced anything like that with either pregnancies. One thing I will say that I'm so curious about if you guys have ever heard of or like experienced. So I've never experienced like baby blues or any kind of sadness like with either pregnancies, which I'm so grateful for. I always feel so bad when I hear stories about moms who go through that. But I looked this up one time because so when I go to nurse and I have like a letdown, I literally looked it up and I said weird feeling when nursing. That's what I looked up, because I didn't even know how to like describe it, and I didn't think anything was gonna come up, but I was like, let me just type this in and see if something comes up. There's actually something called DMER or DMER, don't really know. But okay, it's a temporary condition causing emotional distress during a letdown. So it's a condition where you experience negative emotions like anxiety, sadness, or dread for a few moments during milk letdown. It's thought to be caused by a drop in dopamine after the milk releasing hormone oxytocin is triggered. So I'm like, that's totally, I think, what I was experiencing, and I still every now and then will kind of have that, and like it's nothing serious, like nothing that I'm like concerned about or anything. I just know like it's so weird because I'm like totally good, and it's not even like a huge change in my like emotions or anything. I just get this like weird little feeling, and it's like right when I start to nurse, and then it goes away. And so I guess that's what it is. I'm just curious if you guys have ever heard of that or experienced it, because I really was not expecting to find anything when I looked it up. But yeah, so that would be like the only thing that I felt like emotion wise, very temporary. And I don't remember that with Marin at all. So other than that, I've been great. And again, I'm so thankful for that. How many times does Eloise get up through the night? Just had my first and trying to get a schedule. So she is up. She has not slept at all any longer than 3 hours at a time. So it really depends. Some nights she just is not wanting to sleep a whole lot, and we're up, you know, every hour. I will say I think is having some little gas pains, and that has just caused a lot of discomfort for her. And so she's always just wiggling around and can never get in like a good deep sleep. But for the most part, she's like 2.5 to 3 hour stretches, which I think is completely normal for a literal newborn baby. So although that's waking up all the time, that's like totally expected with a newborn. So every 2.5 to 3 hours, I would say, is the average. How do you manage life with such little sleep with being a mom to 2? So it's so funny because in the middle of the nights and in the mornings, you have the thought of like, how am I gonna get through the day? Like, I'm completely exhausted, cannot even keep my eyes open. Eyes feel so heavy. Like, I'm like, can you even see my eyeballs right now? My eyelids just feel so heavy. But it's so funny because the minute I get out of bed and I just get going, it's just like, you just do it. And like, for the most part, I can like wake myself up. Of course, if I sit down and like am not like moving and going, I will start to feel exhausted and feel like I can't keep my eyes open. But somehow your body just does it and it just happens. So now I will say, like, literally, if you could see on both sides of me, laundry stacked to the top of the ceiling. It is if you could see in front of me, it's a complete mess. So it is hard to manage all of that, but I have gotten stressed a few times, but I try to just not to, because I'm like, those are the things that like cause me stress when I'm like, oh my gosh, the house is a mess, this and that. And I'm like, I don't want to worry about that. Like, I can do that at night when I get both babies to sleep, whatever, you know, because like the minute I pick everything up anyways in the middle of the day, it gets right back out. And I'm like, what's the big deal? Like, it shouldn't be a problem that there's just toys everywhere, you know, like this is just them playing, Mary Maroon, I guess. So I just try to not let things like that stress me out. So yeah, just don't let little things stress you out. And I'm still learning that, but yeah, I think this is just a season, like, I feel like it's good to just recognize that, especially in the newborn stage, it's just gonna be a season of tiredness. But as like she gets older, it's gonna get less and less. But each stage is just so fun, and you just wanna try to soak it up as much as possible without letting stress and exhaustion take that away. So of course it can be hard, but it's just a season and we're gonna miss it so much, like so much. And looking back on Mary Marin, it feels like that season was just like 2 seconds and then it was gone. So in the moment it can feel kind of longer, but overall, like looking back, it's gonna feel so fast, and we're just trying to soak it all up. This question was about how do you balance chores around the house and a newborn? So I feel like I kind of already touched on that. Definitely hard, because especially even I would say like get it done during nap time, but during nap time you probably want to nap and stuff. So it can be very hard. There's days where chores just do not get done. So just give yourself grace, and it's okay. Laundry can wait. Picking up toys can wait. It's literally not the end of the world if it takes you days to get that done or anything. So just, again, give yourself grace. It's okay. That stuff is not important. What's important is taking care of your babies, and you will get to it eventually. Like, I will get to this laundry eventually. And the dishes, oh my word. Like, it is just, I wish you guys could see, okay? Like, it's totally normal and it's okay. Things to do that helped your toddler with the transition. I would say, like, just talking to her about it a ton before, like talking to her about, there's a baby in my belly. She's gonna come out soon. You're gonna have to help take care of her. And then we also got her like lots of baby dolls and baby doll stuff, and just teaching her, like, anytime she would do something with the baby, I'd be like, well, that's what you're gonna have to do with Eloise when she comes out. You'll have to, you know, and just all that. And that totally helped her, because when Eloise did come, she was just automatically doing all those things that she would do all the time. She'd be like, Passy, or if the baby cried, she'd go milk, and like just all this stuff. So I think just like prepping them as much as you can in those ways, and just talking about how they can help when the baby gets here, and just all that stuff, totally helpful. So totally do that. I would totally recommend, and it might help the transition be a little smoother for you. A lot of people are asking to share some comfy postpartum outfits and nursing friendly outfits. Y'all, there's these sets from Target that I went and bought in every color, and I'm about to just go get like duplicates of every color. The only reason I don't have it on today is because we're going to a birthday party and I had to get dressed up. But otherwise, if you literally go look at our TikTok or our Instagram page, I'm wearing the set in like every different color in every single video. And I'm like, people are probably gonna think I just don't get dressed. I have them linked on my LTK, so I'll put the link to that in the description and you guys can go over there and find it. They're just like these matching tops and pants and they are so comfortable. They have buttons right here so they're nursing friendly, but literally cannot recommend enough. It's all I've worn. I wore it as my leaving the hospital outfit and then I've worn them like every day since. So definitely recommend those. All right, baby girl got a little fussy, so I had to kind of calm her down and get her to sleep. But that's my wrap on the postpartum Q&A. Thank you guys for asking all those questions. If you have any more, leave them in the comments or let me know if you want me to do another Q&A like this or what you would want to see in a future video. But we love you guys so much. Thank you for watching and for all the support, and we'll see you in the next one. Taylor and Soph out.